Today, I want to show you again how to transition from one track to another on the Synthstrom Deluge. I did this thing before, but I read in the comments that there were a few things that were not very well explained, and so I will do this again. And as in my previous video, it's like this, that we have one part of peculiar preparation, and the second part of the actual performance where we transition. And first, I would like to show you how to prepare the things to make it most smooth and efficient, in my opinion. So first, let's look at the goal that we want to achieve. And that means we need to understand what the first track and the second track is. Let's look at the first track. The first track is called Bing. So Bing has a tempo, which is 133. Why is this 133 important? We're doing techno, we want to make it seamless, so it means that the next track is not like 150, because then things get difficult. So the next track should be like 133-ish. Okay, so that means this is Bing, and let's take the next 133, which is called Cadmium. Okay, so let's have a look at the first scene of Cadmium, or a listen at least. Let's do it solo. A simple clap. What is this? A hi-hat loop. Another percussion loop. So that means when we have a smooth transition, we should end up somewhere here. Let's have a listen what the start is. The track is called Bing, and we have here 133 again. That means one problem is solved, tempo changes. There is none. Let's have a listen to this. Last scene. So. Rumble kick. Some effects. A bass loop. A synth sequence. Another synth sequence. Whatever it is. A pad thing. Another pad. So this is the end. Of the track. And this is the beginning of the new track. Sounds pretty different. So that means in some way we have to marry both tracks. How do we do this? It's pretty clear. We need to load elements of the second track into the last scenes of the first track. Okay, how do we do this? Well, it's pretty simple. We need to have access in this track to sequences of the other track. So that means if we want to put here another audio sequence into, we just click audio. It's already audio because it's all audio here. We go into this track and we go to browse, and we remember the second track is called Cadmium. So you see, this is the structure of my card. And when we go to songs, we understand there is no way to access the song where I saved all the files from Cadmium. What shall we do? We only have access to the samples directory. This is our roots directory if we browse for samples. Okay, so for God's sake, I created an extra folder on my computer, which is called Transitions. Pretty smart. And here you see the first thing. It's all sorted by the first letter, which is the tempo signature, or the tempo, sorry. And we go down to 133 because I know Cadmium was 133, and there is a folder. So, and in this folder, I rendered, let's call them signature elements of Cadmium. Sorry, I was on the wrong track. I was in Bing. Signature elements of Cadmium. We have here a kick, we have the bass, we have the hi-hat, percussion. Yeah. In some clips, or in some folders, I named it very simple to understand. I wanted to understand what I'm prepared to load. But this transition was an older one. And so we have this here at the end, and I cannot read it, but actually it does not matter. So what I want to underline is I created a transition folder in the samples directory of the Deluge. I created subfolders for each song, named them to the tempo, and rendered 4-bar loops of signature elements of the track into this. Not a lot, because then some things seem to confuse me. So that means still we are here in the last scene. Let's hear it. And now we have audio tracks, right? So, and I want to transition to Cadmium. And what I do is, usually, I create like 4 audio tracks in a row. Because this is very easy, dip, 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 dip. And then I can take care for them while I'm playing the first track. Okay. So what am I doing? I go into the first clip, and I browse for something in the second track folder, which is the Cadmium folder. This is a kick. And then I browse for the second thing, which is a bass. The third thing, and you see here, something weird happened. I wanted to have an audio clip. For some reason, it did not save the setting that I wanted to create audio clips, so it doesn't matter to me. So we have now 4 audio clips. We have here the kick in. We have here still a synth. What is going on here? And we go into this second thing again. This is the bass. We go into the third thing. The hi-hat. And the fourth thing, which is, and actually that's enough to me. So, how to transition? Very easy. We are still in the last scene, and we have here fully loaded clips, perfectly cut for the next track. What I do first is I turn down all volume. I still remember that the first clip was a kick. Our first job is to take off elements of the first track that interfere with the clips of the second track. We do not want to have an interruption. And let's bring out the old kick and bring in the new kick. How do we do this? Well, we cut the bass. We bring in the new kick. Sorry, I missed one thing. As volume is turned down, I can turn them on. So, your clips should be running. Let's see what happens. New kick is there. We can smoothly turn this one down. And if it's not loud enough, bring this up. Okay, the kick is changed. Let's go for the next element. Let's have a listen what it is. It's a bass thing. Let's wait for this. Oh, a hi-hat is great. Because we have no hi-hat in the first clip. So, how do we get rid of the pink leads? Very simple. It's a mixture of creating a reverb and a delay. And theoretically, we could turn this one off. We wouldn't miss it. It fades out because of the delay and reverb decay. We do the same thing with the other elements, which I do not remember. Max is 24 for the delay. Same here. We have to bring this down because harmonically we could run into issues. And this one I just take down. Now it seems pretty clean. This one is a tricky one because I know this is the bass and this is the bass. Let's get rid of this one. clean, and we bring in the bass. As far as I understand, only these 4 clips are running, which are all from the next track. Let's see what happens. We do not miss anything. So, actually I'm not really sure if the kick is in my next track, because I have so many tracks. I do not have full control over it, but it's okay. So what I'm doing is to make things sure or safe. I make a bass cut. Bring on the reverb and load the next track, which happens with the Deluge seamless. Done. Okay, so we transition. So, and as we're now in a track, I'll show you how this happens in a live situation. How this happens. One important thing is, for demonstration reasons, I was showing you this with a setting which is called sample preview. Because I wanted to explain what the sequences sound like before I load them. But in real life setting, I turn the sample preview off. And this is the reason why I'm very precise when it comes to the naming convention, because I won't hear what I'm loading for the next track. Turn it off. So, this is the ending scene. Oh, let's take this one. Okay. We move on. Let's take Idle. One of the tracks, my recent tracks I remember well. Okay, let's go for the Idle. That means I create new audio clips, like 4. It's audio. I turn them down. Turn it down. Turn it on. I load. We go to Idle. That's enough. Because of my naming convention, this is the kick. I know about this. We do it again. not very smooth. So, the transition right now was not very good. I need to train as well. A few words. If I would go from Diddle to another track, of course, I would create the audio files. I would take advantage of the pre-cut clips and so on. For some of you, it might be a stressful situation to create audio clips, to load samples, and do all of this. But remember, this here is a track of 8 minutes. You have 8 minutes time of creating audio tracks, of loading sequences, and then bring them smoothly in. If you have a good, well-prepared live set, you can move in parallel on the second half of your brain, switch between scenes and so on. So the stress gets lower. You might ask, why shouldn't I prepare this? So that we know that we go from Diddle to the next track, which is called Gent. And I prepare these transitions already. So I put here the next track, things before the live set into. You lose something, and that's the spontaneity. So you cannot really react on the feelings of your audience and the timbre of the tracks. And looking at my list of tracks, there are so many. And I made the decision that I won't prepare my set before the actual set happens. I start usually in a slow tempo, and then I get faster or so. But that's the only precondition I use before I play live. Well, hopefully that helped. See you soon.